3-0, 3-0, 3-0 today. Got so good he's benching Amare. Not much more to say, that's just fantasy. But it got me feeling 30, 30, 30. That's Steph Curry, what you gonna do? We 3-0 today. I don't gotta say much more today, cause we 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. That's 30, Steph Curry.
Welcome to have you back. Welcome to have you back. It's been 3 weeks. We're finally back. We got the Mills jersey, the 3 representing
Patty Mills.
Theme of the episode, Patty Mills. Theme of the episode, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, Steph Curry. Okay. We have a few questions. We're gonna interview. The power rankings recently came out. They were written by 2 owners in the league, and
Number
1 and 2 right here on the power rankings. So I got a few questions for you.
All right, shoot away. Hold on, actually, first. Just got a couple things I gotta say.
Oh, okay. Talk your shit.
Remember when you said that I would go winless?
Yeah, you did say that.
I already have 3 of them.
He's got 3 wins. So
Never lost, undefeated.
Undefeated, never lost.
Undefeated, never lost. Okay.
Secondly, Smithers, you are the worst fantasy baseball owner in the history of fantasy baseball, and the worst commissioner I've ever been a part of. And I've even been in a Will Spurl fantasy football league. Terrible.
Throwing shade at other owners right now.
I just want to have it on record. I went 2-1 in head-to-head against Smithers in fantasy baseball. Destroyed him.
First year made the playoffs.
And I made the playoffs while he sat dead last in our division.
Dead last.
And also shout out all the Nazi vetoers who let me keep the Jags defense, who's ranked 2nd right now in fantasy points.
The defense so good.
And lastly,
Shit's wet.
I just want to thank Chris and Nathan for having a soft spot about certain players.
Yeah.
And I was able to trade prior to the Ohio State fan for Breeze straight up.
And then?
And I didn't stop there.
Oh.
I traded Drew Brees to the Saints fan, or to the Drew Brees fan. Nathan is. No one really cares. He's out of town.
Fan. Out of towner. In the show you got AIDS.
For Hunt, who I was trying to get Cooper, so you kind of fucked yourself over on that one. But yes, thank you.
Okay. That was intense. He just dropped the ball. He answered some questions before I asked him.
Oh my bad.
He's killing it. You make my job easier out here. Okay. How have you and your team prepared week in and week out to be 3-0? Anything special you guys do at your training facilities?
Everyone comes to play.
Everyone comes to play.
And I keep the Jets backfield on the bench.
Well, yeah, he plays well. I always look at that and laugh. It's funny, you just got him stashed.
By the way, Powell's on the trade block.
Is there anything that you specifically do on Sunday? Do you have a routine on Sundays?
No.
Specific time you wake up? No?
Just go with the gut.
Just go with the gut. Okay. Alright, there's a lot of fans out there asking. I'm sure Gronk is a wild guy. How do you guys control him on a week-to-week basis in that organization?
We let him do whatever he wants to do.
No curfew?
Nothing. For any of the players.
He just got to show up to game time.
It's called the Gronk rule. You do whatever you want, just
Nobody else gets
like
that
Plexico
rule.
Burris or like Boozer.
Trip and break his
Except
foot.
the rookies. The rookies have a curfew.
There
Until
you
they
go.
make a name for themselves.
With there being a very small sample size and only 3 games, with that being said, you are undefeated as a solo owner. Is undefeated, never lost.
Undefeated, never lost.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the league or specific owners? You already said most of it, Smithers.
Well, Smith sucks, and he knows it.
Yeah,
he's trying to make a bunch of
dumped
trades.
his whole team.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't going to trade Jordy. He's like, I'm trading everyone but Rodgers and Jordy. And then I wake up and he traded Jordy.
Yeah, Smithers sucks. No, I mean, I got it off my chest when we started it, but I mean, you know what team I think's overrated?
What team?
I think Ben's team's like really overrated.
Marquee matchup coming week 4.
Everyone's like, oh my god, he's got all these running backs, and he doesn't even put up any points. Is he even broke 100?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The week 4 matchup has power ranking teams 1 against number 3 and Ben Greer.
Ben, you're going down, you pussy.
That's a marquee, big-time matchup. All right, on the topic of that, do you have anything that you can share with us that you have prepared for Ben this week? There's rumors that Cooper isn't suiting up this week, and it's a coach's decision? Manager?
Yeah, right now, he's on the bench. I haven't fully decided what I'm doing, but, I mean, terrible.
In Denver,
In Denver, yeah. They're in Denver, the no-fly zone, so I might as well bench the quarterback and the receiver. And I got Wentz, and Chris knows how fucking good Wentz is.
Pennsylvania, Chris.
So, and I actually want to welcome a new player in my starting lineup. He's a kicker for San Diego. Thank you, Chaw, for dropping him. I appreciate it. It's something you always did best.
Young ho.
Like Mixon.
If I ever play pickup football, that's what I'm gonna be called. You know, for like 4 years when I played pickup basketball, everyone just called me Jeremy Lin because I could play. You know what this is doing to me? I'm not a fan of Young Hoku or Jeremy Lin. Okay. The power rankings right now, we have us 2, 1 and 2, Ben at 3. What do you think of Ian at 4?
Oh no, Ian's terrible.
Oh, you think he's underrated?
Yeah, no.
He hasn't put up many points.
No, some teams just always like get by.
Just a 2 and 1 right
like
now.
People don't score.
Last week though, I put him in his place.
Yeah, well, I mean, the true colors show eventually.
True colors show. We got Brett at 5.
No, Brett's gonna be down at the bottom.
Yeah. Barless at 6 with he's kind of like a sleeper team. You got Devonta Freeman and Michael Thomas. They're just like sleepers right there.
Yeah, I don't even. If you didn't tell me he was on his team, I would have never known.
It's his team. I think in weeks 1 and 2 lost by a combine of 5 points.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then we talked about Ben at 3, Will at 7. Because Jordan Howard, it's mainly your guy who's stealing all that production out there in Chicago.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for letting me draft him 165th.
Damn, that hurts. You gotta bring it up, man. That's me too. The defending champ at 8, who will be joining us on the broadcast in a little bit. He's had injuries. He literally flipped his team.
That trade is really bad. I'm sorry, Carrie.
He flipped his team, and then David Johnson went down. Smith at 9, who's cleaning house.
Yeah, he'll stay at the bottom probably.
Everyone's available besides Rodgers and Jordy, but Jordy's gone. That's what he said. And he said he's basically taking the first offer he gets. For anything. Like, I offered him, I was like, yo, I'll give you this, and he said, okay. Nathan at 10, whose team is just finally showed up last week, but Murray was on his bench. Cooks isn't what our guys are stealing the production. The two white boys, the white duo down there. I mean, it's no secret that Belichick likes the whites. He loves Burkhead. Choff at 11.
I don't know what Choff's doing. I mean, I think that he won that trade, but
what trade was it with Carrick?
Yeah, it was like he got Melvin Gordon and Antonio Brown for David Johnson. And
he squeaked one out over the last place team on this list, the 0-3 Zeke and Destroys, who now recently has Zeke back in the organization. So we'll see if he could flip it around. But
we'll see.
I'll say one thing: without that NIU right guard, Doug Free, who retired, that line doesn't look the same, guy. Line does not look the same for Zeke. What, he had like 9 yards in Denver? We'll be right back after this commercial break, and Ryan Carrick will be joining us. So stay tuned. Kittens need to be adopted. Everywhere, all across the world. For every 100 kittens that aren't adopted, the Sanchez household adopts them. We have kittens on kittens. Don't make me get any more. Please, help us. We'd like to welcome, we're back from commercial. We'd like to welcome the 2016 league champion here with us today. How you doing? How you doing, Ryan Carrick? Good to see you. I'll put something up right here. I'll flash your name.
It's my fantasy name.
All right, we're gonna go through the week 4 matchups, and I'm gonna have the defending champ and the number 1 rated team right
I
now.
just have to decline Brett's trade real quick.
That trade's terrible.
They're just gonna go through. I'm gonna read off the matchups, and we will have the 2 of them decide on every matchup. Okay, first matchup is Hold My Vic versus the Brady Bunch, which is me versus Brett.
I think Gillisley goes off. Fleener probably has about 20 catches for no yards because he sucks. I'm not happy with the fact that you thought you were doing me a favor by adding him into that stupid ass trade you sent.
Get personal here.
That's all I have.
Yeah, no, I mean, Sanchez's team's very good, and Brett's team, I don't think Brett's team's very good at all.
Brady Bunch by 20.
Okay,
More than.
appreciate it. I would have to go with myself as well. The King of the North, which is a clever name. I'll give you that because it's the NFC North.
Is that Smithers?
Yeah. It's the NFC North. He loves Game of Thrones. The guy's the King in the North. It's pretty good. It's alright. I'll give you that 1 point for the name. Against the Boomer in Wilkesboro.
Tough matchup.
I like how they give lines here, but Smithers hasn't put in like 4 positions right now. So it says he's like the 25-point underdog right now.
I would take that.
I think that
We should start betting on these lines. Smithers, we should start betting on these lines.
Smithers should be the bookie.
He keeps his word though. I'm gonna have to go. Well, let's see.
Smithers getting 25?
Rodgers is in Chicago.
In Chicago?
Oh, in Lambeau in Chicago. Sorry. And then
There's 25.
it's projected 22. That's what's crazy. I'm gonna say this one is. I think Smithers is gonna win. Will's.
I agree with you.
Will's limber though.
Will's definitely limber.
He stretches before
Yeah.
these games. Yeah.
I think that Will needs a quarterback.
This is a toss-up
Team,
game.
I mean, he started Dalton
Dude,
the past
Will.
couple games.
I've been trying to package Stafford in these trades. Dude.
I know.
Why
Hey,
don't you like it?
I was
Doug?
offering you some trades too for a quarterback.
I think Will needs to trade me C.J. Anderson already.
Dude, I want C.J. Anderson, dude. It's been 3 weeks too. We want some C.J., dude.
Help me help you.
Help us help you.
Rush are gonna lose to Smithers.
Okay. We got registered flex defender Tyler Barless against Choff. 1 and 2 matchups. The line is set at 10-point underdog is Choff.
Really?
I wouldn't have expected that.
No, me either.
Barless' team is a little sneaky because he has Devonta Freeman, who I always forget about. He's literally like the 4th or 5th best running back in the league.
They were saying that the job was his, and then Tevin Coleman kind of.
You see, Nathan's been starting him.
He's doing the same thing he was doing last year.
Nathan's been starting him. You traded for him and started him last week, and he's starting him this week.
Nathan needs help too.
Yeah, we'll get to Nathan. Nathan, you know you need help.
Hit my box.
Let me know if you want to trade again, Nathan. I'm all ears.
Oh, I'm gonna have to veto that trade. You want point deductions? I already told you, dude.
I think Barless is gonna win, and I think Melvin Gordon's gonna get injured.
I hope he does. I also hope Braun snaps every ligament in his knee.
Okay.
On the same play.
I'm gonna go
And
with.
breaks his arm.
I'm gonna go with
same time.
Choff. I'm gonna go with Choff on this one. Just to give him a. I'll be the one out of this. Sorry.
I'm also going to go Choff because I think I'm going to give him Deshaun Watson. And I hope you start him.
Okay. Please start him, please.
Please.
That'd be sick. This guy. All right, we got Nathan versus Dobek. Nathan's 1 and 2, and Dobek's 2 and 1. Nathan's only a 2-point underdog.
That matchup shouldn't even get any time on the camera.
Oh, this is like the Thursday night Rams Colts, but it turned out being like phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't see that happening twice in 1 year.
Was it? I don't even. It might not have been Rams and Colts. Was it Rams and Colts? On
It was
Thursday?
Rams and someone because Gurley had
Niners.
15 touchdowns.
It was your guy.
Oh yeah, because Carlos Hyde went off.
So
That's a coin flip. They both suck.
I'm gonna go with Nathan.
I wouldn't even waste a quarter on that.
It's a dime flip or a nickel. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Arcade coin.
The fake, like the chocolate coin. I'm gonna go with Nathan because I don't think Ian even pays attention to the league.
Same.
We'll see when the bye week starts.
I don't
if he
think
changes
I don't even
his
think
line.
he's seen any of these videos. Last time I talked to Dobek, he never viewed any. He
did
didn't even
like
know.
four
He didn't
of
know
them.
what order he was in for the draft. He didn't know when he was picking.
He's only moved his people once, and it was to take Henry out for Abdullah, and that was it. It's the only changes in his lineup every week.
Where are the Saints playing?
In London,
Against Miami.
yeah, at 8:30 in the morning.
Who has Jaggy?
Dobek.
Dobek, so they're
Dobek
both in
wins.
London. Oh yeah, you said
I'm
that.
going with Dobek.
I have
That's
Nathan.
my final decision. No offense, Nathan.
He's an out of towner.
Jay
I think I'm gonna
Ajayi's-
go with Nathan on that
Yeah.
one.
Okay, we got defending champ against Zeke and Blow. I mean Destroy.
Oh.
Chris. Chris is. You have to fill out your defense here, dude. But
I'm not
Chris
gonna start one.
is the 16-point favorite right now. Because Zeke is projected 20 points.
I think that if I can outscore with my whole lineup,
There's
Zeke
Bacon.
and Evans, I think I'm okay.
Oh, she hates her. Watch, we might see a fight. We might catch a Michael Vick fight down here. Alright, Bake, we're doing something. She's trying to get in porn right now. Come here, Bake. You're the only one who hasn't been featured on the show yet.
Oh, she did not like that.
She doesn't like-
Claws are
She
out.
hates that one. Watch.
There's
Go.
your leather ottoman. Oh yeah.
She's vicious.
That's a mini panther you're fucking.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Carrick.
Thank you.
Because I don't think Chris's team. I think Zeke's gonna get suspended for 6 games. This might be your last game with Zeke, Chris. So it might be Zeke and suspension.
On that note, if you want to trade him to me, I'll gladly take him.
And you just love people named Elliott. You really picked up Jake Elliott, dude, just because you're the Eagles fan and you loved the 61-yard kick.
I think we should mention that we have a little Ohio State rivalry matchup here.
Hyde and Zeke. Chris has the all-wife beater backfield, as he likes to call it. So I'm gonna go with Carrick.
I'm going Chris.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Carrick. And Chris is gonna stay winless, probably till like week 8.
Oh, he's winless?
He's winless.
Oh, I'm going me then. I switch.
All right, and then the primetime matchup, the marquee Monday Night Football matchup.
Me.
Hanging with Hernandez and Demarius Targaryen. Ben is the 12-point favorite.
How do you guys get these teams out of a 12-man league?
I had 3 second-round picks.
Yeah, and he drafted Zeke and got Odell, remember?
Save some points for the rest of us.
Dude, you would have been right there, too.
Yeah, but I
If
needed David Johnson.
wrist.
I needed him.
Okay.
Stupid. I'm definitely hanging with Hernandez on this one.
I am too.
25 points at the very least. Same with Carson.
Cohen is literally going to have 2 touchdowns. One in the air and one on the ground.
Bold.
I'm predicting I have like 147 points.
And Gronk, he's getting 3 touchdowns, as I already said this week. Hogan's going to lay an egg, and I'm still going to start him.
And Ben wants Rodgers and fucking Doug Martin. So please stop sending that shit out to everyone because no one wants it, dude.
Who was the other one?
I don't...
Adrian Peterson.
And Kelvin Benjamin. Does your bench suck? Stop trying to trade it.
I could have picked them up if I wanted them.
I'm open to Will Fuller, though. I'll take some
I
Will
wanted him in waivers, you prick.
I
I'm
did
not
too.
gonna start him.
I know, you're not going to start him, dude. And you got Galladay, dude. I want Galladay back. Just because NIU, dude.
Yeah.
Remember, every morning we woke up, we're like, Kenny Galladay scores a touchdown. We lived right next to the stadium. We'd wake up way too late for kickoff. Because Saturdays were crazy in Apartment I. Alright. So those are our predictions for the week. Did you see the power rankings?
I did not.
Let's see what we'll take you through them. They were done by 2 owners, LA Riots and the Brady Bunch. They have
Nathan. Sorry.
goes Mills, me, Ben, Ian, Brett, Barless, Will, you, Smithers, Nathan, Choff, Chris. What do you think of your number 8 position right now?
I think that's accurate, if not a stretch. I think
Well,
maybe
six-
me and
six-
Choff should switch.
6 through 11, I believe all you guys all have the same record. I think are all 1 and 2. I think.
Even I would have ignored record, and I wouldn't have Ian and Brett that high.
No, I tried not to, but yeah, I was going off points and stuff.
Yeah.
Ian at 4 is.
Ian surprisingly is 2 and 1.
I
don't know
yeah.
how. He starts 2 kickers.
I don't think that.
He starts a kicker in his flex.
I don't think that either of them will be in the playoffs. Right now, they're 4 and 5 in the rankings. Right now, probably the highest will be all season.
We got big matchups. All right, I'd like to thank both of you for joining today on episode 6 of the league.